Here they are for race one. One is Mahogany Bay, owned by Claude Gendro Stable. Terry Morgan drives. 2 is Mingo Road, owned by Winner and Stanley, Jeff Found. 3 is Sybil Sam, owned by Radcliffe and Zossel, Dean Collins. 4 is Carol Williams, Cambay, Todd Jones, the driver. 5, Victor Bloom, owned by Collie and Prize, Dave Hawk. 6, Backdoor Slider is owned by Walls and Hastings, Jim Daly drives. The 7 is Viverick, owned by Richard Shively with Bob Harper. 8 is TNT Hanover, owned by Beverly Bushelman with Chip Noble. 9, Flying Rock is owned by Joseph Mascara with Jamie Dunlap. And off the second tier, number 10, Alert Falcon, owned by Burke and Burke. Greg Grismore drives. Post time is in just 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes until post. Field of 10 lined up for the start, and there they go. And they're off. 1, Mahogany Bay was off stride at the start. From the outside, Backdoor Slider goes out for the lead, followed by Mingo Road just in behind. Victor Bloom, Civil Sam between horses. Cambay looks to tuck in 5th, just in front of Viverick. Next in line, we come down to Alert Falcon, followed by Mahogany Bay, and then it's TNT Hanover, and Flying Rock is last as they race to the head of the stretch, well spread out, with Daly and Backdoor Slider leading the way by 3 lengths. It's Backdoor Slider from Civil Sam in second. Victor Bloom is third, and the opening quarter fast, 27 seconds flat, passing the stands for the first time, and it's Backdoor Slider, and Daly trying to throttle him down. He leads it by 2 lengths from Civil Sam in second, 2.5 back to the favorite Victor Bloom, who draws a closer third. Then it's a span of 3 more to Mingo Road in fourth. Cambay now comes to the outside in fifth. Looking to pick up the cover, Viverick is 6th, and then it's Alert Falcon, followed by Mahogany Bay. TNT Hanover nearest the rail, and trailing the field is Flying Rock. There by the half. Swift 56-2, rounding the turn into the backstretch. Backdoor Slider leads at a length and a half. Civil Sam is just in behind, and there goes Dave Hawk and the favorite Victor Bloom, first over out of the 3-hole and gaining ground on the outside from third. Gap of 4 lengths. Cambay has worked his way into fourth as Mingo Road drops back 5th. Viverick moves up alongside of that one, and then it's Alert Falcon, TNT Hanover, Mahogany Bay, and Flying Rock brings up the rear. They're at the 3/4, and Victor Bloom is looking to wear down Backdoor Slider. 3/4, 125 flat. Moving around to the head of the stretch. And Victor Bloom takes up the lead and opens up by 2. Civil Sam is moving into second. Backdoor Slider chucks it in third, followed by Viverick and Cambay as they make their way into the stretch. And this is Victor Bloom. Victor Bloom leads it by 3.5 lengths. Civil Sam is chasing him second, followed by Viverick, Cambay, Mahogany Bay, late pace. But it's Victor Bloom home on top. Civil Sam holding on to second, Mahogany Bay up third. Back to the winner's circle is Victor Bloom, a 5-year-old bay gelded son of Falcon Almahurst out of May Bloom by Sugar Tree, owned by Bob Collie and Curtis Price of Ohio. Bob Collie is the winning trainer. Dave Hawk is the winning driver in 1:55. Victor Bloom's first win of the season. Race 1 is now official. 5-3 exact. It returns $20.80. The try 5-3-1, $124.80. Here they are for the second race. 1 is Master Joe, owned by Russ Angelbeck with Tony Fuller. The 2 is King Nile, owned by John Perrin, and the driver is Jeff Nysonger. 3 is Sulky's Magic, owned by Robert Palmer with Greg Grismore. 4 is Whiz White, owned by the White Creek Stable. Mike Dieters drives. 5, Suburbanite, owned by Cooper and Hall. Mark Winters. 6 is Rock Patrol. Paul Swaney, the owner. Jeff Found is the driver. 7 is Alan Hoax, Flash Ozzy Future, and Kyle Ader. 8 is Will's Pocket, owned by Richard Neff with Bob Harper. The 9, Captain Hubie, owned by Knight and Hubner, Jim Daly. And off the second tier, number 10, Playboy Sabres, owned by Charles and Christine Blankenship. Dan Noble drives. Post time is in just 3 minutes. You have just 3 minutes until post time. There they go. And they're off. Sulky's Magic is urged off the gate, joined by Suburbanite from center field. And there goes Will's Pocket from 3 wide, driving up. A gap of 3 lengths farther back, and Master Joe comes away in 4th position. Whiz White is quickly tucked into 5th, about 6 off the lead. Another length and a half more to Flash Jose Future, followed by Playboy Sabra, and then it's King Nile, followed by Rock Patrol, and Captain Hubie is last as they race to the opening quarter. Suburbanite on the inside, pressed on the outside by Will's Pocket in 27-3. In front of the stands for the first time, Will's Pocket, used hard early, now kicks away to lead it by 2. Suburbanite is back to second. Here's Master Joe on a charge from third. Gap of 2 farther back, and Silky's Magic is quickly back to 4th, followed next by Whiz White in 5th. Then it's Flash Jose Future, who remains at the inside 6th, 2 clear of Playboy Sabra. Next in line is King Nile, then it's Rock Patrol, and trailing the field is Captain Hubie. Rounding the turn on their way to halftime. Up top now, it's Master Joe in 57 seconds flat. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, Master Joe has overtaken Will's Pocket for the lead. Along the rail, Suburbanite is third, 2.5 lengths farther back. Silky's Magic 4th. Whiz White on the outside, the first over grind from 5th, and Flash Jose Future comes out to pick up that cover in 6th. Playboy Sabra is hemmed in 7th, third over King Nile is 8th. Captain Hubie comes on from 3 wide, and trailing the field is Rock Patrol. 7 lengths cover them all as they hit the 3 quarters, with Master Joe leading the way in 126-3. Moving around the far turn, it's Master Joe by a length. Flash Jose Future is ranging up on the outside to challenge. Just in behind, Will's Pocket racing in third. Captain Hubie comes into contention, far outside 4th. Suburbanite is 5th, and Rock Patrol is 6th as they straighten away and drive for the wire. Flash Jose Future takes over the lead and opens up by 2. Master Joe could not go with him. Late pace Suburbanite, Will's Pocket, Captain Hubie on the outside, but Flash Jose Future is drawing away. Suburbanite up second, Master Joe third. Back to the winner's circle comes Flash Jose Future, second win this season, 155-3, equaling a lifetime best. He set 2 starts back. A 4-year-old Bay Stallion by Falcon's Future, out of AV's Amore by Billy Dart, owned by Alan Hoke of Grove City. Dan Ader trains, and Kyle Ader is the winning driver. Trophy in this race being presented by to the Winning Connections by Rocky DiMatteo. Up an official, 7.5 exact. The return's $15.20. The trifecta 7.51, $51.40. In tonight's daily double, the numbers 5 and 7 will get you $13 even. With Bob Harper. 2 is Gifted Jade, owned by Glenn and Norma Huber with Greg Grismore. 3 is Pay Overtime, Walter Miller owns, Dave Hawk drives. 4 is Sand on Fire, owned by Bill Sanders with Jamie Dunlap. 5, Movin' and Groovin'. Owners are Select Equine, the driver Jeff Fout. 6, Polo Bow, owned by Hodkinson, Puccio, and Vasco, Bill Long Jr. 7 is John LaGrosse's Dirty Trick and Jim Lewis. 8 is Ash, owned by Mary Smith with Bill Zent. 9 is Willie Hanover, owned by FTF Inc., Todd Jones. And the 10 is Cowboy Casino, owned by Kenneth Drake with Dan Noble. Post time in 4 minutes, 4 minutes to post. Go. And they're off. Pay Overtime showing early speed, joined from the outside by Sand on Fire. Polo Bow is 3 wide, and Wild Jake comes away or rather Gifted Jade comes away in fourth. A gap of 3 lengths farther back, and we come to Willie Hanover, who drops in fifth. Gap of 2 more to Wild Cammy. Next in line is Cowboy Casino, followed by Movin' and Groovin', and then it's Dirty Trick, and Ashy is last. Moving around to head stretch for the first time, Sand on Fire, but Bill Long Jr. and Polo Bow look to drive on and take command as they pass the quarter in 27-1. In front of the stands for the first time, it's Polo Bow clearing off to lead it by 2. Sand on Fire back to second. Pay Overtime gapped in third. Gifted Jade is fourth. Then it's Willie Hanover who comes to the outside in fifth. Gap of 4 more. Wild Cammy is sixth, followed by Cowboy Casino nearest the rail. Moving and Groovin' swings to the outside looking to pick up cover. Then 2.5 more to Ashy, and trailing the field as they round the turn is Dirty Trick. Up top, it's Polo Bow. Polo Bow soon to be joined by Willie Hanover. The long shot looks to challenge on the outside at 57-4. Along the rail, Sand on Fire, a ground-saving third, and Pay Overtime is urged off the cones from fourth now. Gifted Jade along the rail, gapped slightly in fifth. Alongside, Wild Cammy is trying to hit his best stride on the outside in sixth. And then it's Moving and Groovin', followed by Cowboy Casino nearest the rail. Ashy and Dirty Trick trails. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head for the far turn. Willie Hanover trying desperately to clear off from Polo Bow, who fights right back and reclaims the lead in 1:26-2. Moving around to head stretch, Polo Bow a half length in front. Willie Hanover trying to hang tough. Pay Overtime 3 wide off cover. Sand on Fire looks to tip down to the passing lane, followed by Gifted Jade and Moving and Groovin' extreme outside. They turn into the stretch. Polo Bow is on top, but here comes Pay Overtime charging hard on the outside. Sand on Fire nearest the rail, followed by Moving and Groovin' and Willie Hanover. Pay Overtime strikes the front. Sand on Fire second. It's Pay Overtime on top. Sand on Fire to go second. Moving and Groovin' third. Polo Bow was fourth. Second straight victory for Pay Overtime, answering the call here, stepping up to win in 1:56-4. A 3-year-old bay-gelded son of Payday Almahurst out of C Overtime by Triple Overtime, owned by Walter Miller, trained by Sean Barker. It's a pair of wins tonight for Dave Hawk. 1:56-4 for Pay Overtime. Pay Overtime is urged off the cones from fourth now. Gifted Jade along the rail, gapped slightly in fifth. Alongside Wild Cammy. 3-4 exact of $42.20. Super 3, 4, 5, 6, 424.80. Suppose time for the fourth race, $10,000 open pace. Here's the field. Number 1 is Prescott Hanover, owned by Zent and Zent. Bill Zent, the driver. 2 is Fantastic Dream, owned by Joseph Mascara with Jamie Dunlap. 3, Skyway Falcon, Richard Brooks, the owner. Greg Grismore drives. 4 is Ready Raider, owned by the Hardley Farms and Paul Gillenwater. Todd Jones. 5, Scott Glandon's Category 5 and Kyle Later. And the 6 is Buckeye Hanover, owned by Lehman, Gregory Checkin, and Stan Bond. Jeff out up 4 minutes. There they go. And they're off and pacing in the open. It's Category 5 from the outside. Hard used off the gate to clear off and lead Ready Raider by 1.25 lengths. Driving up Buckeye Hanover third, gap of 2. Prescott Hanover comes away in fourth position, and now Buckeye Hanover will settle down into the 3-hole. Racing second last is Fantastic Dream, and Skyway Falcon is the back marker as they pace the head stretch for the first time with Category 5, and Kyle Later leading the way. It's Category 5 in 27 seconds flat. Passing the stands for the first time, single file with Category 5 up top. It's Category 5 by 1.25 lengths. Tracked in the pocket by Longshot Ready Raider in second, Buckeye Hanover third, Prescott Hanover fourth, Fantastic Dream is fifth, and Skyway Falcon is sixth and looks to follow the cover of Fantastic Dream, who was going to move to the outside and now awaits cover himself and now gets it from Prescott Hanover, who moves out. Over to halftime, leading the way, Category 5, Ready Raider, Buckeye Hanover, first over Prescott Hanover, second over Fantastic Dream, third over trailing Skyway Falcon in 57-4. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, it's Category 5 on top by a margin of 2 now. Ready Raider is second. Gap to length in third is Buckeye Hanover. Prescott Hanover being called on for his best. He's still 3.5 lengths off the lead. Fantastic Dream looks to go 3 wide around him, as does Skyway Falcon. Field is covered by 7 lengths, and Category 5 widens the advantage to 3 now, as Ready Raider is trying to keep up in second, 125 flat. Moving to the head of the stretch, it's Category 5 on top by 4. Ready Raider could not stay with him. Buckeye Hanover needs the passing lane, followed by Prescott Hanover, Fantastic Dream, and Skyway Falcon coming through deep stretch. It's Category 5. He's well clear. Battles on for second. Ready Raider, Buckeye Hanover, but it's all Category 5, wire to wire. Ready Raider tight in there for second with Buckeye Hanover in 153 and 2. Buckeye Hanover third, Prescott Hanover fourth, Fantastic Dream is fifth, Skyway Falcon is sixth, and looks to follow the cover of. Back to the winner's circle is Category 5, 153 and 2, sixth win this season for the 4-year-old Bay Stallion by Western Hanover on a swift total by Nihilator, owned by Scott Glandon. Training double for Dan Ader, a driving double for Kyle Ader, taking the open in 153 and 2 with Category 5. Rundown for the fourth, Prescott Hanover fifth, Fantastic Dream was sixth, Skyway Falcon fourth, Ready Raider was second, Category 5 the winner, Buckeye Hanover third, 5, 6, 4, 2, 1, 3. Here they are for the sixth race. One is Moe's Muffler Shop, owned by Reed Racing and Mona Almond. Dean Collins drives. 2 is Hercules Sabra, owned by Jerome Grogan with Chip Noble. 3, Tiny on the Outside, owned by Morgan Conley, Morgan and the Crest Farms, Dave Hawk. 4, Blast the Siren, owned by James Davis and Mary Arnold, Greg Grismore. 5, Max Public Enemy, owned by Severino Terramina with Bob Harper. 6, Zach Bloom, owned by Scott Glandon with Kyle Ader. 7 is Thendara's Legend, owned by Diane Webb, the driver Todd Jones. The 8 is High Slapshot, owned by Paul Sweeney with Jim Daly, and the 9 is Carolina Jack, owned by Bartley and Bartley, Jeff Fout. Post time in 4 minutes. They're in the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. Number 9, Carolina Jack, was about 5 lengths off the gate. Going out for the lead are both Hercules Sabra and Tiny on the outside. It's a gap of 2 lengths farther back, and Moe's Muffler Shop comes away in third. 3 more to Blast the Siren in fourth position, a gap of 2 to Max Public Enemy, followed by Zach Bloom, then 3 more to Thendara's Legend and High Slapshot. The distant trailer is Carolina Jack as they pace to the head of the stretch, with Tiny on the outside leading the way from Hercules Sabra, and driving up, here comes Moe's Muffler Shop, opening quarter 27 and 1. Passing the stands for the first time, Tiny on the outside leads it by a length. Moe's Muffler Shop flanks the leader second. It's a length and a half back to Hercules Sabra third. Then about 7 more to Blast the Siren. Then it's Max Public Enemy, followed by Zach Bloom. 5 back to Thendara's Legend, High Slapshot. And far, far back is Carolina Jack as they race around the turn on their way to halftime. It's Tiny on the outside in 55 and 2. Tiny on the outside by a length. Moe's Muffler Shop hung out second. Hercules Sabra is third as the field starts to tighten down. It's Blast the Siren racing in fourth position, now only 4 off the lead. Max Public Enemy is up alongside trying to rally. And then it's Zach Bloom, another 6 lengths back to Thendara's Legend, High Slapshot, and Carolina Jack looks to be being pulled up at the half-mile pole. Tiny on the outside is shaking off Moe's Muffler Shop in 124 and 1. Moving around the far turn, it's Tiny on the outside by 2. Closest pursuer is Hercules Sabra in second. Blast the Siren third, followed by Zach Bloom at the rail in fourth. Max Public Enemy and Moe's Muffler Shop is backed out of contention as they drive through the stretch. Tiny on the outside by 2.5 lengths. Hercules Sabra continues to close in second, followed on the outside by Blast the Siren, but it's Tiny on the outside who will prevail. Finishing second was Hercules Sabra, tight for third, Blast the Siren or Zach Bloom in 154. For the season, a 4-year-old Bay Stallion by Cam's Magic Trick out of Francais Amour by French Chef, owned by Morgan Conley, Morgan and the Crest Farms. That's a double for Virgil Morgan Jr. and 4 wins on the night for Dave Hawk. 154 for Tiny on the outside. 3-2 exacta returns $10 even. Try 3-2-6, 53 even, and 3 of 3 in the pick 3, 217.80. Here they are for the 7th race. 1 is Billy Six Shooter, owned by Billy and Opal Sizemore. Dave Hawk drives. 2 is Spandrel Hanover, owned by Sabraco and Arledge. Jeff Fout. 3 is All-American Homer, owned by Russell Loudon with Bill Zent. 4 is Maddie's Mulligan, owned by Dick Brooks with Greg Rismore. 5 is Don Van Scooter, owned by Paul Gillenwater. Todd Jones in the bike. 6 Double Down, owned by Mark Deaton with Elliott Deaton. 7 is Blake Castle, owned by Scott Glandon, the driver Kyle Ader. And the 8 horse, Ace High Big Guy, owned by Kevin Markham with Rick Heitman. Now 4 minutes, post time at 4. Seventh race field swings into the backstretch. They're lining up, and there they go. And they're off. Double Down from the outside goes out for the lead. Also up close, Spandrel Hanover with Billy Six Shooter nearest the rail. Gap of 3 to All-American Homer, who comes away in 4th position. Then from between horses, it's Maddie's Mulligan. Along the cones is Blake Castle, followed by Ace High Big Guy, and Don Van Scooter is back to last as they race to the opening quarter. It's Double Down on the inside. Spandrel Hanover drives up the challenge in 26 and 4. Along the rail racing in 3rd is Billy Six Shooter, 5 lengths clear of All-American Homer. Next we come 2 farther back to Maddie's Mulligan, and then 3 more to Blake Castle, followed by Ace High Big Guy, and Don Van Scooter is last as they head into the clubhouse turn. And Spandrel Hanover had to work hard, but now clears the top from Double Down. Racing in 3rd, Billy Six Shooter, followed by All-American Homer, who now draws a closer 4th as all gaps start to close. Maddie's Mulligan is 5th. Blake Castle comes to the outside 6th. And Ace High Big Guy is going to have to settle back in second over, trailing the field Don Van Scooter off a half in 56 and 1. 3/8 of a mile remaining as they race down the backstretch, and Spandrel Hanover now hands off to Billy Six Shooter, who clears the top. All-American Homer moves into second, followed by Spandrel Hanover, who's dropping back along the rail 3rd. Blake Castle comes into contention on the outside 4th. Double Down shuffle back to 5th. Ace High Big Guy, Maddie's Mulligan, and Don Van Scooter is trailed throughout. 1:24 and 3. Moving around to head stretch. Leading the way, Billy Six Shooter a neck in front. All-American Homer is bearing down. 3 wide. Here comes Blake Castle on the far outside. 4 lengths back to Spandrel Hanover and Double Down as they race through the stretch. Billy Six Shooter under heavy urging. Here comes Blake Castle on the outside. Blake Castle grabs the top spot and opens up. It's Blake Castle, Billy Six Shooter to go second with All-American Homer 3rd, 1:53 and 3. Second victory this season for the 7-year-old bay gelded son of Stone Ridge Scooter out of Poetry by Kentucky. That's a pair of wins tonight for owner Scott Glandon, and 3 wins for trainer Dan Ader and driver Kyle Ader. 1:53 and 3. Lifetime best for Blake Castle. Rundown for the 7th race. Billy Six Shooter was 2nd. Spandrel Hanover 7th. All-American Homer was 3rd. Maddie's Mulligan 8th. Don Van Scooter was 6th. Double Down 5th. Blake Castle the winner. Ace High Big Guy was 4th. Here they are for the 8th. 1 is the Master, owned by Bartley and Bartley. Jeff Fout drives. 2 is Danny B, owned and driven by Mike Dieters. 3 is Funtime Buddy Boy, owned by FTF Incorporated. Greg Rismore. 4 is Fake's Folly, owned by the Hartley Farms and Paul Gillenwater. Todd Jones. 5, Fritzy Cam, owned by David Lowe with Melby Ober Jr. The 6 is Western Pursuit, owned by Darby's Edge Stable with Dave Hawk. 7, Springtime Romeo, owned by Dorothy McIntosh with Jeff Nysonger. The 8 is Light Source, owned by Weco Investments, Chip Noble. And the 9 is Superior Avenue, owned by Alan Keith. The driver is Bob Harper. Post time is in 3 minutes. in the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off, and the Master goes right out to take the lead and opens up by 2 lengths. Western Pursuit left well from the center of the track. Danny B comes away in third. The late lever Light Source on the outside is charging up from fourth. Next along the rail, Funtime Buddy Boy is fifth by 2. Then it's Fakes Folly, a gap of 3 more to Fritzy Cam. Next in line is Springtime Romeo, and Superior Avenue is last as they race to the top of the stretch for the first time, with the Master leading the way from Western Pursuit and Light Source in 27-3. Passing the stands, it's the Master by a length and a half. Light Source is gaining ground on the outside second. Western Pursuit in the pocket third. Followed by Danny B in fourth. Gap of 2 more. Funtime Buddy Boy is chased along in fifth. Todd Jones brings Fakes Folly to the outside in sixth. And then it's about 6 lengths back to the trailing trio of Fritzy Cam, Springtime Romeo, and Superior Avenue is last. Rounding the turn on their way to halftime, the Master leads the way. Light Source, not yet a serious challenger, in second, followed by Western Pursuit at the rail in third. Danny B along the inside is fourth, and Fakes Folly continues to close in fifth. The half goes in 57 seconds flat. Funtime Buddy Boy switches to the outside in sixth, followed by Springtime Romeo. Fritzy Cam is tightening in but lacks racing room, and Superior Avenue is trailing the field. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head for the far turn. It's the Master still unchallenged. The Master from Western Pursuit, a perfect trip in second. Light Source hanging tough on the outside third. Caught 3 wide. Fakes Folly is fourth. Danny B is fifth, followed by Funtime Buddy Boy, who's caught between horses in 1:26-2. Moving around to head stretch, it's the Master leading the way. Western Pursuit, Light Source is there. Funtime Buddy Boy finds racing room, and way down the rail is Danny B. Coming through deep stretch, and the Master starts to open up now. It's the Master by 3. Fights on for second. Light Source, Danny B, Funtime Buddy Boy, the Master in front. Danny B up second, Light Source third. 1-2 exact of $45.20 in the trifecta. 1-2-8, 311.60. Back to the winner's circle, the Master. Second win this season for the Master. 7-year-old Bay Gelded son of Payson's brother. Out of True Roy Door by Tudor Hanover. Owned by R.C. Bartley Jr. and R.C. Bartley of Ohio. Jim Arledge Jr. trains, and Jeff Out is the winning driver. 155-3 for the Master. Here they are for the ninth. 1 is Star Prospect, owned by Dan Ader. Kyle Ader drives. 2 is CL's Lad, owned by Debbie Avery with Jeff Nysonger. 3, Frankie Nine Toes, owned by Charles D. and Charles F. Schrader. Chip Noble. 4 is Dare You Corey, owned by Darby's Edge Stable and Enviro Stables Limited, Bob Harper. 5, Ship's Purser, owned by Bartley and Bartley. Jeff Fout. 6, Mighty Sam, owned by Baldoff and Hawk. Dave Hawk drives. 7 is Rackham's Road, over the Hartley Farms, Hartley and Gillenwater, Todd Jones. 8 is John Cabot's Jocko Chip and Greg Grismore. And the 9 is Noble 2, owned by Billy Sanders with Jamie Dunlap. 4 minutes until post, 4 minutes. Claiming Pacers lined up for the 9th, and there they go. And they're off. Frankie Nine Toes, Ship's Purser from between horses. Star Prospect is there along the rail. Jocko Chip on the far outside fourth. Mighty Sam comes away in fifth. Then it's Noble 2, Dare You Corey, CL's Lad, and well gapped out trailing is Rackham's Road as they pace to the head of the stretch for the first time. Star Prospect pops right out of the pocket to overtake the lead of Frankie Nine Toes as they pass the opening quarter, 26-1. In front of the stands for the first time, it's Star Prospect leading the way by a length and a half. Frankie Nine Toes along the inside second. Jocko Chip driving on the outside from third, now into second. A gap of 2 more to Ship's Purser in fourth. Next in line, Mighty Sam looked to come to the outside there, but CL's Lad moves up alongside. Mighty Sam was blind switched as they race into the clubhouse turn. Then we come to Noble 2, another 2 lengths farther back to Rackham's Road, and about 10 lengths back to Dare You Corey. They pass the half. Blistering 55 seconds flat. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, it's Star Prospect, a length and a half clear of Frankie Nine Toes in second. Jocko Chip is trying to hold his ground on the outside third, but CL's Lad is already circling 3 wide around him. Ship's Purser is gapped out, hemmed in 5th, followed by Noble 2, looks to rally on the far outside 6th. Mighty Sam has nowhere to go, then it's Rackham's Road, and about 5 lengths back to Dare You Corey. They're at the 3/4. Star Prospect still in command here in 1:24.1. Rounding the far turn, it's Star Prospect, a length and a half. Just in behind, Frankie Nine Toes is poised to strike from second. Noble 2 on the outside works his way into third, followed by CL's Lad in fourth as they pace through the final 8th mile. And Star Prospect, under urging, leads it by a length. Here's Frankie Nine Toes out of the pocket second, and CL's Lad continues to close in down along the rail. Late pace, Mighty Sam, Star Prospect, CL's Lad, Mighty Sam, and Frankie Nine Toes at the wire. It was tight. Looked like it might have been Mighty Sam. Then a 3-way photo between Star Prospect, Frankie Nine Toes, and Noble 2 in 1:54.4. Threading his way through, Mighty Sam finds the winner's circle, getting up to win this one in 1:54.4. 4th win this season and the 2nd straight for the 5-year-old bay gelded son of Noble Land Sam out of Mighty Bright Light by Tail Light, owned by Phil Baldoff and Kathy Hawk of Ohio. Lloyd Hawk, the trainer. Dave Hawk, the winning driver, with 5 wins tonight. Mighty Sam in the 9th. Presenting the field for tonight's 10th race, Invitational Pace, sponsored by Budget Car and Truck Rental. Number 1 is Kioki Cam, owned by David Roop with Bob Harper. 2 is Arc.com, owned by Lehman, Gregory, Chatkin, and Stambaugh. Jeff Fout drives. 3 is Marlowe Hanover, owned by Dino LaCastro with Dave Hawk. 4 is Uphill Battle, owned by the Hartley Farms and Paul Gillenwater, Todd Jones. 5 is Black Cam, owned by Joseph Muscara with Jamie Dunlap. And number 6 is Sharky Spur. The owner is Roy Davis, and the driver is Sam Chip Noble III. Now 4 minutes, post time in 4. Invitational field swings into the backstretch. They're lined up and set to go. And they're off. Marlowe Hanover is headed for the lead, but is pressed early from the inside by Arc.com. And Kioki Cam settles back into third. It's a gap of 2 more to Uphill Battle in 4th position. And then it's Black Cam, and Sharky Spur is last as they take their positions and move to head stretch for the first time. And Marlowe Hanover makes the lead. It's Marlowe Hanover from Arc.com second, Kioki Cam third, Uphill Battle is 4th. 2 more to Black Cam and Sharky Spur, opening up in 27.1. Passing the stands for the first time. And Marlowe Hanover looks to make it 3 straight in here. She's settled down on the lead, has it by 2 lengths. Art.com tracks her from second. Kioki Cam is third. Uphill Battle is 4th. Black Cam is 5th. And Sharky Spur is 6th. As they race into the clubhouse turn single file, Marlowe Hanover remains unchallenged as they head for halftime. It's Marlowe Hanover racing on top by a length and a quarter. Art.com second, Kioki Cam third, and there goes Todd Jones in Uphill Battle, first over on the outside from 4th, now in a third. Black Cam picks up the cover, and Sharky Spur trails 6 off the lead. 57-3. He is just walking out there. Marlowe Hanover leads with less than 3/8 remaining. It's Marlowe Hanover, a length and a quarter. In the pocket, Art.com second. Uphill Battle, a very tough grind on the outside third. Kioki Cam hemmed in at the rail in 4th. Black Cam is getting backed up between horses, and 3 wide around that one goes Sharky Spur, 125-2. Moving around to the head of the stretch, it's Marlowe Hanover by a length and a half. Art.com staying with him in second. Gap of 3 lengths farther back to Kioki Cam. Uphill Battle, and Sharky Spur made a break, and they're in the stretch. Marlowe Hanover leads it by 2. Art.com going to take a crack at the leader from second. Marlowe Hanover leads it. Art.com, one final lunge, not going to get to Marlowe. Marlowe Hanover, Art.com, and Black Cam, 153-4. Effective 3:25, 2:14.40. Back to the winner's circle. Our third straight score, Marlowe Hanover in 1:53 and 4. A 5-year-old brown horse by Western Hanover out of Marissa Hanover by Best of All, owned by Dino LaCastro. 3 wins tonight for Virgil Morgan Jr. and 6 wins tonight for David Hawk. Here's your rundown for race 10. Kioki Cam was 5th, Art.com 2nd, Marlowe Hanover the winner. Uphill Battle 4th, Black Cam 3rd, Sharky Spur 6th. Here they are for the 11th race. Number 1 is Dumpy Beach, owned by Doug Neely with Jeff Fout. 2 is Shut Up Beavis, owned by Terry Guillon with Dave Hawk. 3 is Slippery Sammy, owned by Horn and Cole Scott. Jamie Dunlap drives. 4 is Groomsman, Frenchie Fuller owns, Jeff Neisonger in the bike. 5, Senor Jamie is owned by Ben Ackley with Greg Grismore. 6, Let's Rock is owned by Davino and Young, Bob Harper. 7 is Tucson Guy, Gary Adams the owner, Chip Noble up. 8 is Positive Scooter owned by Marvin Godown with Kane Kaufman. And the 9 is JL's Pokey owned by Mel Ravello and Bam Racing Stable, Kyle Ader. 3 minutes, post time in 3. 11th race field, there they go. And they're off. Shut Up Beavis lapped well from the inside. The Let's Rock is there from the center, along with Positive Scooter and JL's Pokey from the far outside. Dumpy Beach comes away in 5th, a length and a half back to Slippery Sammy, followed by Groomsman. And then we have Senor Jamie and Tucson Guy is last as they move to the head of the stretch. And going off stride was the 9 JL's Pokey. So Shut Up Beavis leads the way. Shut Up Beavis, Let's Rock 2nd, Dumpy Beach 3rd, Positive Scooter hung out 4th in 27 and 4. Passing the stands for the first time, and Dave Hawk is controlling the pace with Shut Up Beavis. It's Shut Up Beavis by a length and a quarter. Down along the inside, that's Let's Rock racing in 2nd, followed by Dumpy Beach at the rail in 3rd. Positive Scooter is stalled on the outside, could not find a seat in 4th. And then we come down to Slippery Sammy, followed by Groomsman as they race around the turn. Next in line is Senor Jamie, who's brought to the outside. Tucson Guy and 3 lengths farther back to JL's Pokey. They reach the half, 59 and 1. Rounding the turn into the backstretch. Shut Up Beavis trying to lock this one up. Leads it by a length and a half. Let's Rock is 2nd. 2 back Dumpy Beach is 3rd. Covered up by Positive Scooter, who remains stalled on the outside, 4th. Hemmed in 5th is Slippery Sammy. 2nd over in 6th is Senor Jamie. Then it's Groomsman, followed by Tucson Guy. And JL's Pokey is last. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head into the far turn. And Shut Up Beavis starts to open up now. It's Shut Up Beavis by 2. Let's Rock trying to stay with him in 2nd. Dumpy Beach remains in 3rd, followed by Positive Scooter on the outside. He's held his ground well and trying to re-rally. 128 flat as they make their way into the stretch. And it's Shut Up Beavis leading it by 2 lengths. Let's Rock looks to close along the inside. Dumpy Beach is way down the rail, followed by Slippery Sammy and Positive Scooter. Shut Up Beavis is desperate. Let's Rock to the inside. Let's Rock getting up to win it. Then it was Shut Up Beavis 2nd and Dumpy Beach 3rd. $6-2 exact, the return's $21.40. Try 621, $72.20. Back to the winner's circle comes number 6, Let's Rock, a 7-year-old bay gelded son of Dragon's Lair out of Castleets by Brett Hanover, owned by Brad Davino and Melody Young of Ohio. Bob Harper trains and drives the winner back-to-back victories for Let's Rock, 157. $11 at 10. Here they are for the 12th. One is Louis D. on my Gwynnie Lou Stables. Chip Noble drives. 2 is Majestic Glance on my Douglas Riston with Justin Hall. 3 is Broadway on by Craig Bowman. Jim Daly. 4 is Hunter under lease to Jim Pollock Jr. and driven by Todd Jones. 5 Yankee Lohar on by Philip New with Jeff Neisonger. The 6 is No Towel Needed. Charles Wingfield, the owner. Bob Harper, the driver. 7 is Gust of Dare, owned by Kaufman and Settlemore. Kane Kaufman. 8 is And the Other, owned by John Lee with Greg Grismore. 9, Siouxland Big Chief, owned by Darby's Edge Stable, Ace and Pace Stable, and Trima Morgan, Dave Hawk. And the 10 horse is Santog, owned by Kirby Sutton with Jeff Fount. Post time at 4 minutes. And they're off. Yankee Lahar is pointed for the lead, along with Majestic Glance, who left well. There's Siouxland Big Chief driving up from the far outside, and Louis D comes away in 4th. Gap of 2 more to Santog in 5th, and then we come to Broadway, 2 farther back to Hunter. Next in line is No Towel Needed with Gust of Dare, and the Other is last. Moving around to the head of the stretch for the first time, and Siouxland Big Chief makes the lead for Dave Hawk. It's Siouxland Big Chief to the opening quarter in 27-3. Passing the stands for the first time, Siouxland Big Chief is in charge here by 2 lengths. Yankee Lahar is drafting along in 2nd, followed by Majestic Glance in 3rd. First over Hunter, rapidly gaining ground from 4th, following cover No Towel Needed 5th. Louis D shuffled back to 6th. 3rd over in 7th is Broadway, followed by Santa, Gust of Dare, and the Other is last of the 10 as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Up top, Siouxland Big Chief leads the way. Siouxland Big Chief from Hunter, who is prompting him from the outside 2nd. The half goes in 58-1. Along the rail in 3rd position, that's Yankee Lahar as they race down the backstretch. 2nd over 4th is No Towel Needed, followed by Majestic Glance, who's 3rd back at the rail, hemmed in 5th, but only 3 from the front. 3rd over is Broadway in 6th position. Then it's the pair of Louis D. Gust of Dare is up alongside, followed by Santog. And now the distant trailer as they race into the turn is And the Other. They're at the 3/4. Hunter is trying to wear down Siouxland Big Chief, 126-4. Moving around to the head of the stretch, it's Hunter. The neck in front could not clear from Siouxland Big Chief, who battles back. Yankee Lahar is just in behind. No Towel Needed tips 3 wide off cover. Gust of Dare on the far outside, and they're in the stretch. Siouxland Big Chief gives up the lead. Hunter takes over on the outside. Late pace, No Towel Needed. Gust of Dare, Majestic Glance shakes loose, but it's Hunter. Hunter's going to just hang on to win it. Finishing 2nd was Majestic Glance, tight for 3rd. Yankee Lahar and No Towel Needed. Season 157-2. A 6-year-old brown gelded son of American Freedom out of Muppet made by Annihilator under lease to Jim Pollock Jr., trainer of Asheville, Ohio. Todd Jones, the winning driver. For 2 exacta returns $242.80. The try 426 $849.60. Here they are for the 13th. 1 is Bye Bye Sydney, owned by Kim Dingledine. Jim Daly drives. 2 is Sam's Mega Bucks, owned by Kevin McKinney with Chip Noble. 3 is Arthur Hanover, owned by Karen Lacher with Tony Hall. 4 is Shelby Swinger, owned by Robert Davis with Jeff Nysonger. 5 is Dan Ader's Wild Red Reed. Kyle Ader drives. 6, Fantastic Sam, owned by William Cantrell with Elliott Deaton. 7 is Letter of Mark, owned by Smackdown Stable with Todd Jones. The 8 is out. 9 is Winsome Winter, owned by William Carruthers with Bob Harper. And the 10 horse is Pick Pocket, owned by Hall and Carroll. Greg Grismore. Now 4 minutes. There they go. And they're off. Shelby Swinger goes out for the lead. Also leaving well, Arthur Hanover, followed by Wild Red Reed, 3 wide Letter of Mark. Bye Bye Sydney comes away in 5th, 2 clear of Pickpocket in 6th, And then it's Sam's Megabucks, followed by Fantastic Sam, and Winsome Winter is last as they move to head stretch for the first time. Shelby Swinger leads the way. Shelby Swinger now from between horses. Wild Red Reed is driving up, followed by Arthur Hanover, and Letter of Mark settles back down after racing 3 wide into the turn. 28 seconds flat for the opening quarter. Passing the stands for the first time, and it's Wild Red Reed and Kyle Ader now clearing the top, but they're soon to be joined by Letter of Mark on the outside, and Shelby Swinger is quickly back to third. Arthur Hanover from the inside fourth. Bye Bye Sydney is fifth. Then 2 back to Pickpocket, followed by Sam's Megabucks, Fantastic Sam, and Winsome Winter is last of the 9 as they head over for halftime. On top of the field, it's Wild Red Reed a half a length in front, pressed by Letter of Mark on the outside, 57-3 for the half. Along the rail, Shelby Swinger is right there in the pocket third. Bye Bye Sydney advancing on the outside fourth. Arthur Hanover back to fifth, then a gap of 2.5 to Pickpocket in sixth. Sam's Megabucks comes to the outside, rallying seventh, 2.5 more to Fantastic Sam, and Winsome Winter is gapped out trailing. 5/16 left as they head into the far turn, and it's Wild Red Reed by a length and a half. Shelby Swinger reclaims second as Letter of Mark retreats between horses. Caught 3 wide. Bye Bye Sydney, followed by Arthur Hanover, who need racing room, and Sam's Megabucks back down to the inside. 3/4 in 1:26.4, bound for the head of the stretch, and Wild Red Reed leads the way as they turn for home now. It's Wild Red Reed on top by 2. Shelby Swinger under the whip is closing along the inside second, followed by Sam's Megabucks and Arthur Hanover, but it's Wild Red Reed. Wild Red Reed. 4 on the night for Dan Ader, and Kyle Ader winning it by 3 lengths. Then it was Shelby Swinger, Arthur Hanover, and Sam's Megabucks. Back to the winner's circle, Wild Red Reed. First win this season, 156-1. That's a lifetime best. He's a 5-year-old bay gelded son of Billy Dart out of Kathy Barron by Barron Hanover, owned by Dan Ader, trained by Dan Ader, and driven by Kyle Ader. 4 wins on the night for trainer Dan Ader and his son Kyle Ader. 5-4 exacta, $35.60. Super 5-4-3-2, 1,546.20. And in the pick 3, 3 of 3, $338.80.